Hey everyone, this is Daniel at fitnessbuilder.com, and today we're going to be doing a really nice quick HIIT routine. So we have a little bit of extra core work with it as well. We're going through 8 different exercises in a Tabata style of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Once we have all those 8 done, we're going to go straight into that little bit of a core routine and then start back over again. So we're going to do the HIIT portion 3 times, core portion twice, and we don't have a warm-up or cool-down included, so make sure you get one of those in before we get started. But other than that, we're going to get started with that HIIT routine in just a second. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get that HIIT routine started. Remember, there's 8 exercises. We're just going to run straight through each one of them. We do a little bit of a core routine, then we start right back over again. Okay, got my timer going. We're starting off with burpees. So nice quick motion, drop it down, legs out, back up and jump for the harder version. Otherwise, you can stop at the top for a little easier. But try to move it as quick as you can. Keep those lungs open, keep that form nice and solid. Slow down if you need to, but keep that form nice and clean. Go ahead and go to a boxer shuffle. We got 10 seconds rest. We'll try to do an active rest. Moving into push-ups next. All right, drop it down. Nice flat back. As close to the ground as you can. Right back up. Just keep those lungs open. Keep those hips down. Try to get as close to the ground as you can with each repetition. Back up, get those feet moving, that boxer shuffle. We're going into high knees next. Nice big deep breath. Start them up. Keep those lungs open, keep those knees driving. Try to get that knee up to at least hip height. Barely let that toe touch the ground before you're pulling it right back up again. Just a few seconds left. And back that boxer shuffle. Got jumping jacks coming up next. Try to catch your breath. And jumping jacks. Nice full extension on that arm. No jumping jacks like this. You want to really make that shoulder have to work. Keep it contracted the entire time. Don't just swing those arms and legs around. All right, boxer shuffle again. We've got jumping lunges coming up next. And start them up. Just alternating those feet back and forth. Try to drop it down nice and low. Evenly disperse that weight from front to rear foot. You're gonna have a tendency to lean more forward. And back to that boxer shuffle. We got butt kickers coming next, nice and quick. And start them up. Nice quick motion, bring that heel up to your butt. Better let that foot touch before bringing it right back up. And back to that boxer shuffle. All right, we got sumo to ski squats next. So you're basically just jumping back and forth between those two positions. Ski squats are close, out, squat each time, jump each time. And back to that boxer shuffle. Just keep those feet moving. We have 1 exercise left before we go into those core exercises. All right, alternating side lunge, down to the side. Same thing off to the other side. Just alternate back and forth. Keep those lungs open. Short pause in the center before you drop off to the other side. All right, that was the end of our HIIT routines. Let's move right into that core work. You're gonna drop down flat on your back. We're gonna do a toe touch cross crunch. So get those legs straight up in the air, flex those toes out, hands up. You can bring one hand back behind your head, crunch across, down, and same thing the other side. Just keep alternating back and forth. Try to keep those legs straight. Rotate those shoulders. And let that one relax. We're gonna switch over to a back bow crossover, so flat down on your stomach. Start with your arms and legs off to the left. Pull up like a back bow, squeeze across to the right, drop down, barely touch, back over. I'm doing 12 repetitions. And let that one relax. Moving on to windshield wipers next, so flat on your back. Arms out nice and wide. Legs straight up above your head. Rotate to the left as far as you can go down while keeping that shoulder down. And same thing off the other side. Again, keeping that shoulder down. Just alternate back and forth, nice and slow. Keep those lungs open, don't hold your breath. Legs nice and straight. Just one more on each side. And let it relax. All right, sit up on that tailbone. We've got a Russian twist next. So with this one, you're gonna be sitting on that tailbone, feet pulled in a little bit, back perfectly flat, arms straight up in front of your chest. Lean back as far as is comfortable. Bring your feet up off the ground. If you want it to be harder, then rotate left to right. Keep those lungs open. Keep that back flat. One more on each side. And let it relax. All right. Grab that timer again. We're gonna start that HIIT all over again. Take a quick second to catch your breath. We'll give you a little bit longer break next time. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. Back to those burpees. Start up. Nice jump at the top for the harder version. Concentrate on that form. All right, back to that boxer shuffle. A little bit of a break. Going back to those push-ups. Drop it down. Nice clean form. You can drop onto those knees if you have to. But make sure you're keeping that form clean. So if you can't do a full push-up clean, always go to that easier version. Straight line through your back. All right, back up, back into that boxer shuffle. Got high knees next. Start them up. Get those knees up nice and high. Moving those feet quick. Keep those lungs open. Just concentrate on that movement. Back to that boxer shuffle. Got jumping jacks next. Start them up. Nice rigid arm. Keep those lungs open. Keep those shoulders tight. All right, back to that boxer shuffle. Recover as best you can. Doing jumping lunge next. Start up. Nice and low. Evenly displaced between front and rear foot. Just go to that happy place. Get them done. All right, back up to that boxer shuffle. We got butt kickers next. Slightly easier movement. Start them up. Nice quick motion, keeping those lungs open. Just keep it going. Back to that boxer shuffle. Got sumo squat to ski squat next. Ski squat first, nice squat, jump it out. Squat again, back to center. The wider you get those feet, the harder it's gonna be for that sumo squat. Just focus on a nice, deep squat. Those feet moving. Got one exercise left, alternating lunge, or alternating side lunge, excuse me. Feet nice and wide, drop it off to the side, same thing on the other. Try to recover, nice big full deep breaths. A few seconds left. All right, going back into that core work, so lay down flat on your back. That toe touch cross is first. So get those feet straight up in the air. One hand back behind your head. Crunch up and cross over. Switch hands. Cross the other direction. Keep those ab muscles tight. One more on each side. And flip it over onto your stomach. Back bow cross, so those hands and legs out extended, tilting off to the left. Contract up, over to the right, back. Try to keep them hovering if you can for the harder version. And let that one relax. Back over on your back again, doing those windshield wipers. All right, legs up. Slowly off to the side as far as you can control. And slowly back again. Keep those legs as straight as you can. If you want to make it easier, if this is too hard for you with a straight leg, just bend those knees to a 90 degree. Otherwise, same motion. You want that quadricep, that thigh, at a 90 degree angle from your hips. One more on each side. And let it relax. One more round of that Russian twist. Nice flat back. Arms out in front of your chest, lean back. Feet up for the harder version. And rotate. And let that relax. All right, go and stand back up. We only have one more round of that hip portion left. We're completely done with that core section. So just move those feet. Take a few nice deep breaths. We're gonna start back in here in just a second. Really force yourself to get those really, really deep breaths. Hold it for just a second, and that'll force more oxygen into your bloodstream. Shallow breaths aren't anywhere near as efficient. All right, let's get this torture over with. Starting back over with those burpees. 4 seconds. Start them up. Nice clean form, keep pushing through it. Back to that boxer shuffle. We got push-ups next. Start them up. Nice clean form. Keep those lungs open. These push-ups will try to get you to hold your breath. You just want to keep them open. Make those core muscles and that diaphragm have to work harder. All right, back up, back to that boxer shuffle. Doing high knees next. Whew. Start them up. Nice quick motion. It's our last one of these, so make sure you're pushing on every single one of these exercises. Almost done. Back to that boxer shuffle. Jumping jacks next. And start them up. Nice straight arm. Nice full breath. Try to recover. 5 seconds left. Back to that boxer shuffle. We got jumping lunges next. Start them up. Now that you're tired, you're really gonna have a tendency to want to lean onto that front leg. Keep that weight back, even between feet, and keep those lunges low. All right, back to that boxer shuffle. Butt kickers are next. Get them going. Lungs open, feet quick. Ten seconds left. 5 seconds. All right, back to that boxer shuffle. We got sumo to ski squat. It's our second to last exercise. Start with that ski squat, nice and low, out to that sumo. All right, back to that boxer shuffle. One exercise left. That alternating side lunge. Feet nice and wide. Start them up. Back flat. Lungs open. Just keep them going. This is the finish line right here. Just keep moving. And let it relax. Woo! All right. That is the last round of all of it, which means this workout is complete. Good job, guys. Don't forget to get your cool down in. See you next time.